Hi, welcome to antlabgames. I'm your host, Anthony.
And I'm Francis.
And today we're doing an update video.
Update video.
It's been a while since we've done one of these.
I don't know. I feel like we always say that.
Well, we only do them every couple months.
I feel like we do them every month, but like so much gets packed in to that like 6 weeks between update videos that it's true. Like it feels like it's been a while because we literally have days that are like, did we just start this project today? Oh yeah, we did. Okay.
We did. So we have a lot of exciting news, I think.
Yeah.
A lot of good information, a lot of just stuff to share, I think, and a lot of things we've been working on. Stuff about us personally, stuff about us, professionally, in the hobby, and all that good stuff, right?
Yes.
So where do you want to start?
Let's just start like with what's been going on recently. So we were not at Gen Con.
No, so Gen Con.
So this has been like I think the third year that we've missed Gen Con.
Yeah, we're Gen Canters now.
Whatever. Yeah. But it's good we didn't go.
It is good we didn't go. And why do you ask? Why? How could it possibly be good you didn't go? Because the same week that Gen Con was happening, I came down with the Rona.
The vid.
The vid. So yes, I got sick. I got COVID. It's the first time I got COVID.
You think you might have had it before, though.
I probably could. I'm not one of those people who religiously test myself every time I feel a little sniffle coming on. I got to run out and grab a $30 test and just to tell me I need to stay in bed, which I'm going to do anyway. But this time, like I've taken a number of tests over the years, and they've always been negative. And no matter how sick I've gotten, it didn't matter. This time I took the test, and and that line came back.
You came in the kitchen and you were like, because he'd been sick for a couple days, like maybe 2 days or something, just like not feeling great,
like fever and all that.
And then you took your test. You came in the kitchen. You're like. Showed it to me, like almost like a pregnancy announcement, but like the bad one,
bad one. So it's like you got the control line, and then you've got the sample line. My line was twice as dark as the control line. It was bad.
I was just like, well, crap.
So that was it. That ended my whole week. So it set us back as far as just getting content out and all that good stuff. Especially because we had slated to do, and we have it on the table now. If you can see it, probably not, but we have Golem, right? And this isn't a game that's like, let's just pick it up and learn it in 5 minutes. It's a game you've got to really, there's a lot going on in it. So my head wasn't in any position to learn a new heavy game for the week. But I'm back. I'm no longer on the mend. I'm healed.
Yeah.
And I think we're ready to push forward with this. So we just actually played a little bit before we did this video. But so that was our like whole last week. So Gen Con was kind of non-existent for us.
Yeah, and I'll be honest with you, I was a little FOMO, like the last couple of years we haven't been able to go, so I've been a little like, I can't wait to get back out there. But this year I was missing it because I felt like it was the first year that was more of a regular con experience, But I was like looking at pictures of people's halls and like the halls.
Not their hall, not their double L halls, but the HAULs.
Yeah, exactly. Both kinds of halls, actually. Yes. I was looking at pictures of both. And I wasn't, like, super... I don't know. I wasn't like, oh, my gosh, I need to get that game. Because usually what we'll do is we drive out.
Yeah.
And we spend a lot of the drive making a list, checking the map.
Checking it twice.
Going like, hey, we're gonna strategically. I'm gonna go here. You're gonna go there. We're gonna buy this. We're gonna buy that. Like kind of getting pumped for what it is we want to get and everything. Right. And I didn't have that this year. And I don't know if it's just because we've played a lot of stuff that's out. I know there's been some like shipping issues and stuff. We don't know like what's gonna release at Gen Con.
Right.
But for better or worse, it's shifted a little bit, and that's okay.
We saw a bunch of the Gen Con haul photos and nothing jumped off and said, hey, man, I wish I bought that game.
Yeah.
Or like, I need that now. I can't wait 3 months for it.
Right. Well, and to be honest with you, it was kind of like the other reason you like to go to Gen Con is to kind of like see people and all of that. But like, I saw those pictures of that packed hall, and I'm just like, I don't like that.
Yeah.
Like anyway, like I'm not like a packed, and I'm a small person, so like I get like kind of really squished in those big crowds and stuff.
It looked overcrowded.
It
but
was like,
not to say we don't ever want to go back.
Oh, but, we'll be back.
We're going to go to PAX hopefully this year for sure. We have that schedule because it's local and we don't have to worry about traveling. Especially with the kids now. So, but we missed it, but we didn't miss it.
Yeah.
So either way, which is kind of good. I guess it makes us feel a little bit better.
Yeah.
For what it's worth. But that's a little bit personally what's been going on with us.
But that being said, I mean, it's kind of good also that we didn't bring home a giant haul because we have a lot of stuff to get through. So
much. Yeah.
Do you want to talk about the pipeline?
Yeah. So we
can talk about what's coming up, right?
Yeah. We'll put out some spoilers on what we have sort of sitting in our queue. For the remainder of August, we have stuff scheduled out through September.
Yes.
And beyond. Things just come up. So we always find out about new stuff we need to cover as it comes up. Like we could say, hey, you know what, our schedule is clear for the next 2 weeks, and that could change this afternoon.
Exactly.
So, all right, what do we have?
Yeah, so we've got, coming up, we've got a couple of Kickstarters coming. Nanolith is one that I don't know if anybody's heard of this game, but it's pretty neat. It's like a cyberpunk campaign story-driven,
kind of asymmetrical, cooperative, cooperative role-playing.
Yeah.
So all of that. So it's a tactical role-playing game.
Yeah.
Scenario-driven cyberpunk. That's all you need to know. So that's coming.
That's coming up soon. That's going to be next after Cola.
Yep, that's called Nanolith. What else?
And then we have Sea of Legends coming up too, which has been, this was like supposed to go live in April, and it got pushed to May, and then it got pushed and pushed and pushed.
Yeah.
But the app is done.
Yep.
Game is ready. So we'll be doing that for.
So it's an expansion, just so you all know.
Now I don't think we're actually going to be playing through it. We might just be featuring it. I have to check and see what we're actually going to do.
I'm planning on playing through it. So if unless we're otherwise told not to, I don't see why we shouldn't play through the game.
Cool.
We played it just the other day just to get a refresher.
No, I was thinking about Merchant's Cove.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, that's different animal. Yeah. So yes, Sea of Legends we will be playing through with the expansion, with the new faction.
Yes.
So you'll get to see that coming up soon.
So that's happening, and then like I just mentioned, we have Merchant's Cove. They have an expansion coming out as well. So we'll be covering that to some degree. We already have, I think, a video.
We do. We have a full playthrough of that. So we'll see how we're going to cover the new expansion as well.
Yes. Let's see. Is that it for... Oh, we have one more for Kickstarter, and this is still in August.
Yeah.
We have Power Core Call of Cthulhu we're doing, which I'm super excited about. It's a dueling game, which we don't play a ton of, but when we do play them, we end up really liking them because it's like you're dueling, you're going back and forth, you're at each other, and in this particular one, it's kind of like programming, so you're programming out what's going to happen and watching things.
So it should be exciting.
Cool. Let's see. Other things we have in the pipeline. We have Gutenberg.
Gutenberg's here. We'll have to put that in the schedule somewhere.
It'll be in the schedule at some point.
So non-Kickstarter stuff.
Yeah. We have Tenpenny Parks.
Tenpenny Parks is in the queue. We have that's definitely going in.
I know we're waiting on V-Sabotage and also Sniper Elite.
V-Sabotage is a vampire game. Sniper Elite is a video game port.
Yes.
What else do we have? No, there's more. I know that.
Well, I know. What, for September?
Well, yeah. So that's August, so that's right? I think that's enough for August, right?
Yeah.
So we're already
we have like 2 weeks left. So
yeah, already almost halfway through August, and we have that much in the pipe. So we've got a lot of games to film ahead of us.
Right. So coming in September, we have Kingdom Come Deliverance.
Yeah. So that is another video game port. If you know, I'm a huge fan of that video game, so I'm very excited to do this one.
Yeah, and we just printed the
lengthy rule book.
Let's see. We have Dawn of Ulos.
Yep.
We have
which is in the role player universe.
Yes.
So
yeah, that's exciting.
Yep.
Tainted Grail, Kings of Ruin.
Yes. So expansion for Tainted Grail.
Yep.
I'm super stoked for that one.
Yes. ISS Vanguard. I know you're excited about. I don't know how we're going to cover this.
We're definitely going to cover it.
But we're going to be doing some stuff.
Yeah, some real good coverage on that one.
Yeah, because we did like a playthrough of like just the first scenario that was made for the prototype.
But it was prototype.
It was like it was made to not give you any spoilers about the actual game at all. So so I'm excited to play that again too.
We will cover that for sure.
We're playing let's see, we're gonna cover we'll talk about that. That's an SN thing.
Yeah.
We have I know we're doing Mind Your Business.
Mind Your Business
coming. Do you want to talk about we have some other some games we have in the pipe. Like, I know Aquatica we're going to play and things like that.
Yeah, so the thing about that... Yeah, see, the thing about it is...
The pipe goes on and on and on. This is all the stuff that's kind of scheduled.
Yeah, we have a pipeline that has games that we own that we want to get on the channel. They all kind of take second seat to the work we have to do.
Yes.
Right? So we have to balance the work with the play.
Yeah.
We have a lot of games that we have review copies of that we have to do content for, so that always
Right.
goes first. And then when we have gaps in our schedule, that's when we put in stuff of our own.
Right. Yes. And I just thought of another one, but I'll wait.
You'll wait?
We'll keep that one.
We'll keep, yeah. So we have plenty more, just so you know, to come. There's a ton of content on its way.
Yes.
To you guys, and it's just a matter of us getting through it and getting through our backlog. And it's not even like we're behind; we're right on schedule. We're just Golem is kind of like the plug right now. That's in the pipeline.
Yeah.
We want to get through Golem because this one is a game that was picked by our patrons.
Yes.
As our next game that we would do. That's not. I would say it's not work.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. Like, so what we've been doing with our patrons is kind of putting out, like, you know, because we have like 3 games we sort of kind of want to get to, you know, which one is going to be, you know, the one that you guys want to see. And I think it was between this one and then I am like dying to play Underwater Cities with the New Discoveries expansion. And I'm just looking for an excuse to do it. And that was like second choice.
Second fiddle.
That may be coming up too. We want to try to get to some of these, quote, older titles, which I hate. Like, I cringe even saying that they're older games because they're not.
They're not that old, yeah. But they're not the brand new,
like,
just come out, you know, out of shrink games. They're games that have been around a while. We've been playing them for years. So yeah.
Yep.
So that's our cue.
Yep.
We could talk about.
We talked about our patrons. Like,
let's talk about the whole Patreon thing and how that's going, right?
This has been so much fun.
Yeah.
And I know we kind of like poo-pooed on it for a while because I don't know, it's like weird. It's like not just about making money, but the community that we've been able to kind of foster within has been really neat because the people that are there really want to be there and they want to support us. And it's not just, at least to me, it doesn't feel like it's just about the giveaways and the stuff that you're going to get. It seems like people really just want to engage and be part of the channel with us.
Yeah, you know, that's the biggest benefit
by that.
to all of this, and I think it really kind of reinforces our decision to do this because it's given us a nice group of people who we know have been fans of ours for a long time, for the most part, who really believe in our vision, who really know us, you know, for who we are and accept who we are, and they support who we are and what our channel is and all of that good stuff. And it's been really good, like getting a lot closer to them.
Yeah.
Because we talk with our patrons like almost every day.
Yeah.
In whether it's in our Discord or whether it's in our messages or it's in our Facebook group, we're in constant contact with them, and it really keeps us focused, I think.
Yeah.
And motivated. So
it does.
It's been really good.
Yeah, it's been cool because I think for the last couple of years, like we kind of interact with folks in like comments or we get emails from people sometimes, but to see kind of on a day-to-day basis what people are liking, what they'd like to see more of, and giving, you know, you guys a chance to kind of drive where we're going with things and to give them a kind of behind-the-scenes look. So let's talk about some things we've been doing with them.
Sure.
So like we just mentioned, we've been doing the kind of help us pick, you know, our next playthroughs, and that's been really cool. We've done a couple of, we did one so far, a live play. I think we're doing one more on Sunday.
Yeah, we have a new one coming.
Doing those. We're trying to do them like every 2 weeks.
We had to reschedule the last one because I was sick.
Yeah.
But we did a live play of the Star Wars Outer Rim.
Yes.
With the unfinished business expansion.
Yeah.
So we just set it up on the table and played it live for our patrons.
Yeah.
We live streamed it. So now you're probably wondering, like, where is that? How come we don't get to see it? Oh, it's behind a paywall. Yeah. This is not cool. You guys should, you know, we knew you were going to do that. But here's the thing.
And it was a trial.
Yeah, what you need to understand. Number one, that was our first go at it. It was a trial. Number two, the live streams are raw, uncut, and unedited.
Yeah.
So
they're live.
It's like a 2-hour just us playing the game, fumbling through the rules.
It's me,
baby's
honestly.
Crying.
Baby cries. I get up. I'm over there. I'm yelling at him what to do for my turn.
Yeah.
You know, and we're kind of talking at the same time. We're getting the chats up. So we're kind of talking along with it.
Yeah, we're managing all of this.
It's kind of like being at a game night with us,
right.
Except you're not playing. You're kind of just like talking to us,
right.
Which has a lot of value. We love doing it, but we know that not everybody that watches this channel necessarily wants to see that. Come up in their feed.
What could be a train wreck, right? Like so.
Yeah, I mean, like exactly.
It may not be the most entertaining piece that we put out there. So what we want to do, and what we will probably do in the future, is do the live stream for our patrons, if we feel it went well, and it's it's not a mess, then we will post it publicly on our YouTube channel for everyone else to see a few weeks after.
Right.
So that way, everybody, all of our subscribers get to see this sort of behind the scenes content. But knowing that it's not going to be this curated, edited. Right. Masterpiece. It's
not that everything we create is a curated edited
but at least we kind of control. We can take breaks. We can actually manage the baby when he's feeling a little unruly. I can pause it and then go read the rules to kind of brush up on something. In the live streams, I can't do that. So it really is. What you see is what you get. So if that is value to everyone out there, I think we'll definitely start to put that out, because I don't want it to be a paywalled thing.
Right, exactly.
After the fact, right?
It's more like a perk.
Yeah, the perk for the patrons is to come in and be live with us.
Yeah.
Right? And then get to see it for like a week or two before anyone else. They get like that sort of like early access, and then we just dump it out for the rest of the public. And that's the plan. So that's coming. Yeah. Just so you know, we're not going to paywall off all that stuff.
Right. Other things.
Oh, we also every patron in the top tier got a T-shirt.
Yeah, exactly.
So they all got a coupon, and
that was one project for one day.
One big project, and they all got to order their own T-shirt. So we thought that was really cool, and they're very excited about it. We were very excited about it.
Yeah, and you still get them. Like anybody who signs up, the top tier gets the shirt. I think what we're doing is we're doing it like a month in arrears, so you're basically essentially, because you sign up to be a patron. It doesn't like charge right away, so we want to make sure like.
So basically, your first month is like you're getting your first month for free, because you actually almost get your first 2 months free, because you're getting a $20 T-shirt.
Yeah.
For free, like on us, like we're giving away these T-shirts practically. So it's a pretty good deal. Yeah. I would think.
Like we're definitely paying for it, but it's cool,
but it's worth it because
people are so excited about it.
Yeah, we're equally as excited too, and I think that.
And the cool thing about it is that the service that we use for drop shipping those shirts, we have patrons all over the world. So I know we had some go out in East Asia somewhere. One went out. We had one in, I think, a couple in Canada. We had some, elsewhere. So it doesn't matter where you're from or whatever, you still get the shirt.
Yeah, and it's local shipping, right? So it's you're not paying an arm and a leg for
boxes.
it,
we're not
because they're actually, creating them in your region and getting them to
you.
The vendor we use. So it's really smart.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool. And then the same token, we have 2 shops that we set up. So we set up our antlabgames shop. We kind of reformatted the antlabgames website, which was kind of a disaster.
Which is just antlabgames.com.
Yeah. Right? And all of our merch and stuff is there if anybody wants to go buy anything else. Yep. Obviously, all that supports us in doing what we're doing. And then we have some Board Game Nexus merch as well, which you should see like down below under the YouTube thing. Yeah. And people have been buying that stuff too, so it's like pretty cool. Yep. So we're just peddling all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, so it's exciting. These are exciting times for Antlab Games. We recently re-embraced our brand, and now we're pushing it out. So we are gonna definitely, when we go to PAX this year, be all decked out in Antlab gear. Yes. So stay tuned, and if you want to get your gear, come check it out. Hit those websites and stock up, because we want to start really promoting it. So that's it for the patrons.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I don't think if you guys have questions about the Patreon itself or whatever, just let us know. Yep. But it's pretty self. Yeah,
like you can find us on Patreon now. It's real easy, and it every tier explains what you get, and we've been really trying to deliver on what we've promised.
Something that we haven't done yet, because we haven't had the opportunity to, but that we're going to be doing is these like shop with us kind of things. So like if we're out, because obviously again we're using the money to go out and buy the games, that like we don't get every game from every publisher. Yeah. So we want to have input on that too. So like if we're at the game store, we want to be able to like live shop with you guys. So
we're gonna try to figure out how to get that. Yeah. But it's all about just connecting with us on a more personal level, and having a little bit more of a voice on where the channel sort of goes from a content perspective. Yeah. So that's it.
All right. So let's see, what other updates do we have? Nexus updates?
So next segment, we're going to talk about the Nexus.
Oh, wait a minute. I want to talk about something else really quick on Patreon.
Okay.
Okay. So we do have a giveaway that's going on right now that I just wanted to let people know about. And actually we have this, we have 2 tickets to give away, basically. And one we are giving away through our Patreon. So if you are a patron, you get access to this. The other one we're giving away on this channel right now.
Right now, yeah.
This is, it's one ticket, and I'll put all the details below because I don't have the specifics right now. It's one ticket to the World Series of Board Gaming. So if you are in the Vegas area, or you're planning on being in the Vegas area, or you could potentially be in the Vegas area, and you want, I think the ticket value is something like $250 or something like that, and you want to participate and be part of that, then let us know. We are having more people say that like they can't go or they won't be able to make it, so it's easier for us if like you let us know if you want to enter, and then we'll just put your name on a list and we'll draw those names at the end of the month.
Yep, but definitely reach out and let us know that you're interested. Send an email to I guess antlabgames@gmail.com.
Yeah, that
just put the subject line World Series of Board Gaming entry, and then send us that you're interested. The thing is, we've put it out to our patrons. Like, it's really, the majority are like no, because they can't get out there.
Exactly.
Right? So we're seeing that a lot of people just can't make it physically out there. But if you had planned on or you had interest in wanting to go anyway, and you're looking to get a ticket, we have one to give away. So definitely let us know. And you know, the fewer people who submit, the bigger chances you have.
In our Patreon, we have we have a couple of folks that are like, I can go.
Yeah.
And they're like, I guess my chances are pretty good.
They get really good because not a ton of people can make it out there. Yeah. So let us know. Just send us that email.
All right, cool. That's all I wanted.
Yep. So we're gonna move and we're gonna talk about the Nexus a little bit.
Yes.
All right. So we have some pretty exciting information about the Board Game Nexus.
Yeah,
so we haven't
just got like butterflies in my stomach.
Yeah, we haven't talked about it in a while, right? So we went beta. We put it out there. We had a lot of people sign up for it. There's a lot of people using it.
Yeah.
And then we kind of just
let's we did quiet down, but let's actually, again, this relativity thing is very dangerous, because I know to us sometimes it feels like, oh, is it like, are we pitter pattering? Like, what are we doing? Like, whatever. It feels like it's been so long, but it actually hasn't.
Hasn't really been.
So we went live in beta, technically the end of April.
Okay.
I had this baby.
Yeah.
The beginning of May. So and it was like weird timing. It's just the matter of fact that's how it happened. So we went beta. We kind of got everybody. We worked out a lot of the kinks in that first week. We sort of got to cruising altitude, and then we let it ride, getting feedback, having people sign up, testing stuff out. Had the baby. Kind of did baby stuff while all that was happening. But we're only looking at, he just turned 3 months old, so we're really looking at like a little over 3 months it's been active. Yeah. Which is not that long. So,
no, I agree. Yeah.
So
it just feels long.
Yeah, but all things considered, site's up and running, things are working.
It's
we are
functional.
getting a lot of feedback, about features that folks would like to have. And that's where we've kind of started brainstorming about what was going to be next.
There's obviously, we definitely take all of the feedback to heart, and we look at what can we do to sort of improve on this. And as we go along, we're learning more and more about what the website is capable of doing. It's a lot more powerful than we were led to believe.
We start tinkering with it.
Yeah, so this was obviously built and constructed by a web designing company. When they gave us the keys to the car, you kind of start to push the limits. We have a test environment where we do a lot of stuff. She definitely pushed the limits. She's broken. I'm gonna need a sandbox. She's broken the website before, like quite literally.
I totally broke it.
They gave her a test environment to play in. I was like, thank you. And we really try to push the limits of what we can do, because there's a lot of things we can add on to the website that allow us a lot of flexibility, allow us to give you guys certain things that you want, but we also do have limitations on certain things as well. So we try to find a good balance between form and function. Yeah. And just to give you what we want. And we've always put it out there, is like, look, we're not a competitor to BGG, and that's always been sort of the big thing. It's like, oh, I don't need BGG. I don't need you if I have BGG, and like, that's fine. Like, you don't have to use ours over theirs. You don't have to use theirs over ours. You
Right.
can use both. They're both free, really. We did have, there was a lot of pushback on why there's a premium membership, but I think what it's done is it's kept a lot of spam reviews out of our website. So only people who do post things are posting really good content.
Yeah.
Because it matters, right? Because they've paid a membership, they've committed to the website, they've invested in the website, and they don't want it to turn into just the Wild West of anybody post whatever they want.
Right.
I think that's been it's a good decision. I think it may have prevented some folks from wanting to come over to the site because of that. They feel like they're being blocked out, but at the end of the day, it's what's working, right?
Yeah,
I think and will we ever change that? I don't know. Like, who knows? But I think for the time being, it makes sense.
Yeah, it's been working out really well.
Yes, and with our new venture here, it actually works even better.
Yeah.
Having this already in place, and we'll go into that in a few moments. So, what's sort of like next road mapping, right? If you look at, we're in beta still. And what does that mean, right? Like, where does that lead?
Yeah.
Like, so what does beta mean? Beta means that it's we still deal with bugs here and there. There's been very few, knock on wood, recently. Yeah. So I think we're kind of past the buggy phase. Beta also means that we're not constantly adding new content to the website. Once we go live, and we're no longer beta, the biggest difference will be that we're going to have a more regularly scheduled content update on the website.
And things like that.
So there'll be like news. There'll be information coming from that we can pump because we get a lot of information from publishers that we just redirect to the website so that you all can come to one place and see all the news coming out of publishers about the games. We're going to start really leaning more into the surveys.
Yep, surveys and polling and research is what we're leaning towards.
We want to really understand what you all in the community and how you all feel about certain things. As opposed to what we're really trying to get to with getting a solid population of people in the gaming community answering these surveys is to really have something a little bit more fact-based drive the data in our hobby versus somebody on Twitter yelling about something that bothers them.
Yeah.
And then everybody else goes, oh, we need to change things. But do we? I don't know. Like, I want to know what does the community really feel?
Yeah. So we've got a lot of polling weeks because we're going to try to keep them not like thematic necessarily, but almost like instead of taking one giant survey, it's multiple kind of poll questions just to get a pulse on how people are feeling about various things.
Right, various topics.
And what the community kind of looks like and what the habits are, what the motivations are, things like that.
Sure. Yeah, I think it's important to know these things. It's going to be important for publishers, for designers to know what the actual community looks like and what the community really feels, how the community really feels. Because, again, we've witnessed over the last few years Twitter and Facebook kind of driving the community. If you've got if you've got a board gaming community that's, let's just say it's 500,000 or 1 million people strong, you've got about 4,000 to 6,000 people screaming on Twitter and Facebook the loudest, and that's directing everything in our community. And that's, in my opinion, that's not the right way to go.
Right. Yeah.
Like, that's honestly, it's just not right, because where are the rest of the voices? Like, what do people really care about?
Yeah, so the goal is really to have this be an easy way to just go on, boop, there's your poll answer of the day, and then also kind of get immediate feedback about yesterday's information, and kind of compile stuff maybe once a week or once a month to kind of share that with all of you, and glean some insights and talk about it, have some discussions.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's just I don't see enough of the larger platforms out there taking these meaningful polls and sharing that information openly. And I think that's a problem, because I don't know what we're trying to hide, or why people don't seem to care, because I think it would squash a lot of bickering pretty quickly, right? Because when you have the data in front of you, it's really hard to argue a different point.
Right.
So
there's that.
Yeah, so that's a big one for us, and I think that's so go ahead.
Yeah, no, I just want to get to the news.
No, you want to get to news? Well, I'm kind of like dragging it out because I want to get to so the news.
Yeah, so we're still, to kind of circle back, beta is still open.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at potentially, if I were going to ballpark it, I'm going to say probably September, October, coming out of beta and going live.
By Q3, early Q4.
Why I say that is not just because it lines up perfectly with fancy words like Q3 and Q4. Is that he's actually going to start daycare pretty soon, and there's going to be a little bit of a lag between him starting daycare, me going back to work.
Yeah.
And that's going to be perfect time for us to kind of get things like, get our heads, kind of in the game.
Right, because we're the only ones maintaining the site, right?
Yeah,
so
exactly.
it's a lot of work on us.
Yep.
Aside from managing our channel.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
you think we do all the content for our channel, plus we run a website, right?
Yeah.
So it's all the data's got to be clean, all the data, it's just...
And it's good. It's manageable.
Yeah,
but
we can do it.
But yeah, it's as far as when we come out of beta, we want it to just be like, you know what you're getting, and it's clean, and there's a lot of cool stuff. So,
yeah.
Anyway. But before that fateful day...
Yeah.
We have I think one more big feature in the beta environment that we are going to be launching, and just as like a little features overview, we recently launched the content creator platform.
Oh yeah.
Which we're still at. We're getting more submissions every day, so I'm like trying to keep up with that. And then we have the game store locator. If you're looking for game stores, you can go and just type in your zip code, and it's geo-mapped and everything. You can find stuff close to you.
Mm-hmm.
And then this last one is the next one, and I think that this is going to be pretty big.
Yes.
Big.
So yeah, what we're looking to add onto the Board Game Nexus is the capability for users to buy and sell used board games.
Yes, or new board games, I guess.
Or new ones, if so.
No,
well, to be clear, right?
Yeah.
We're going to create a facility within the Board Game Nexus.
Oh,
it's already done. So we're going to offer a facility, a tool within the Board Game Nexus for users, premium users, to sell board games. Mm-hmm. Right? Any user, registered user, can buy board games.
Yeah.
The reason we're sticking with premium users being sellers, because again, it comes down to controlling the quality of account that is interacting with other people.
Right. Exactly.
And mainly because you don't want somebody who's unvetted selling you a game, right? Because if they don't have a premium account, it means they could be a bot, just opening up an account, listing a bunch of garbage, having you try to pay them money, and then them trying to get away with your money and not send you a game in return, right?
Yeah.
We definitely don't ever want to see that happening. So the premium account membership is going to hopefully create an extra layer of security.
Hopefully, yeah.
Hopefully.
And it also kind of what we're thinking is it'll allow us to see how this, how it goes at first. Make sure we're not getting too much traffic. We need to get a new server or something like that.
Right.
As opposed to just opening it kind of up to everybody for the selling piece.
Correct.
But yeah, it's exciting. So again, if you're not familiar with the website or what the premium account means and stuff, it's a $9 a year thing that basically just vets that you're a human person, and so we know who you are. You're not just an email address, because otherwise you can sign up for the website, you're just an email address, and we get bots like crazy.
Yeah.
Every day I have to go through and delete bots that keep trying to change their password.
Yeah, they keep creating these bot accounts, and we just keep purging them.
Yeah.
So they're out there, and it's obvious, right? So, but this fixes that, because no one's going to go and spend $10 for the year to get a premium and just keep botting stuff.
Yeah. So this is going to be pretty neat. I've already built it. There are a couple of things that we still need to work out, and we have some of our patrons and our premium users, I guess, or is it? I don't know. We assembled a group of folks.
Folks in our Discord and our Facebook.
Yeah.
Put it that way.
Who are going to help us just do some test transactions and things of that nature. But that's the point that we're at with this thing.
Yep.
It's pretty neat. The way that it's going to be set up is that as a seller, you actually have your own store in a way, and you will be able to add your games right out of our collection. So if the game exists in our collection, you can add that. If you have a game that's not in our collection, you can actually add that game and put it in your your store and people can search for it and buy it and things like that. As a user, as a customer, you'll be able to come and look at one game that's listed in our catalog and then see who's got it for sale right there. You can click on the versions of the one you might want to buy. You can see how much they cost.
For whatever user it is and all that.
You can follow users. So let's say you are a person who has a lot of used games and you like to get used games and resell them. You can make a store with all your stuff and just sell your games and people can follow your store. So it's set up that way. We'll also be offering the ability to do like downloadable products. So if you are someone who, let's say you have, I don't know, like a lot of people will do, you have plans for cutouts and things like that for people like with Glowforge or laser or something like that. You could
or like
upload
accessories,
those, like accessory plans or something. You want to sell those. If you have a variant that you really like and you want to make it available, you could make it for free. You could put it out there for $0 so that anybody could come to your store and actually buy it. So
you can rate vendors.
Yes, you can rate vendors.
Which will help you determine whether or not it's a safe vendor to work with.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah, I mean, it's a marketplace like we've all used. So
exactly.
It's really cool. I'm really excited about it. As the vendor backend is really neat because you have the ability to kind of manage your own storefront, like a storefront. So it's not just like, hey, I'm a user with all these games for sale. You will be able to do this within your current account. So you can sign up with a different email if you want to. If you want to have a different login for your kind of store account, you can do that. But it's easier, I think, if you just use your regular old account. And I don't know, we see a lot of like really cool use cases for this.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking like in my head, I'm like, okay, cool. So if I have games on my want list, I can actually click on my game in my want list on the Nexus, and right there, it's going to tell me who's got it for sale if I want to buy it.
And you're going to use our payment vendor system, so you use Stripe or PayPal.
Well, like you're not even really going to know who it is. I mean, you can pick PayPal or credit card.
Right, so the people paying it'll handle the whole payment process. Yeah. We're still working out sort of like when we release funds to these
vendors and stuff like
the actual seller, because we want to make sure that product actually gets delivered before you get paid, because there's got to be some sort of a safety net there, obviously, to prevent scamming.
Right, but we have like refund capability and all of that.
Yeah, so there's a lot of the functionality's there, and I think there's we've been sort of looking for and working towards the main attraction here, right? For the Nexus, and just to drive more functionality out of the website. I think this is like the shining star.
Yeah, this is pretty cool.
Behind it all. Number one, it's for the news, for you to be able to manage your collection, but also to look at an opportunity to sell off some of your old games and buy some used games as well. Yeah. Right. So it's gonna be really exciting. Hopefully, this all goes through in the coming weeks, months. Yeah. If all goes well, this will be a pretty happening marketplace, I think.
Yeah, I think it'll be pretty cool. I'm super excited. I was doing some test buying and selling of my own games.
Yes.
I think that's pretty much it, though. I don't know if we have any more Nexus stuff to talk about. It's just been,
no, that's our big news.
It's
yeah. So
like, bloop, bloop, bloop.
The Nexus is running. And we have the new marketplace coming, so stay tuned for that. We'll send some more announcements out as we get closer to it. Yeah. But this is very exciting.
Yeah, very exciting.
Very exciting. So there you go. All right, is that it for today?
Yeah, I guess, right?
Yeah.
I don't think we have anything else.
Cool. We will leave links to all the stuff we talked about down below. The Nexus, the groups, the Facebook groups, the Discord, the giveaways, all that informational stuff. But this is our update for August.
Yes.
2022. We'll probably do an update in another month as we go by. You'll start to see all the content we talked about coming out in the coming weeks. Right. We're very excited. A lot going on.
Yeah, it's been good.
All right. So that about sums it up. Thanks for watching. If you have any interest in becoming a patron and getting to see a little bit what goes on behind the scenes, go check it out on Patreon. It's antlabgames on Patreon. You can just Google that and it comes right up. And the link will be down below as well. We always welcome new supporters. Love it, especially if you want a new t-shirt, nice shiny t-shirt.
Shiny t-shirt.
Yep. But thanks for watching. Leave any comments down below with any questions or anything you want us to do or we'll come back to you on. And don't forget to send us if you're interested in that World Series of Board Gaming ticket, because we only have so much time. So we have to give it away. Yeah. All right. Take care. See you next time.
I'll see you.